Cubs have won 8 straight. What's going on, everybody?
Let's go, boys. We got the Threes Company drinking today, huh? I like it.
Is that a champagne? Are you drinking a champagne, Brian?
Champagne, man.
Oh, man. I didn't know.
I've been on a champagne beers. I've been on a champagne beers kick the last couple days. So
I don't hate you. I don't hate you for it.
I have a specific bar that I always drink Miller High Life at. There's a bar called High Steaks up on 152 in Delaware. Good cheesesteaks. A couple of my friends work there, but first time I ever went in there, like maybe 6 years ago, they had $2 Miller High Lifes that day. And
were they like the tall bottles, or they the ponies?
Yeah, no, they were tall. They were regular tall bottles. Every day during the week, they had a different $2 beer.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, the first day I went in, it was High Life Day. So every time I go in there, I drink High Life. And I don't know why, but it's the only place I drink High Life.
Well, I mean, that's like a sports rate wagering bar, right? So did you win that day, and now you just have to keep the good juju or something?
I wouldn't say it's a sports wagering bar, but it was somewhere me and Brian used to go to play Golden Tee, and we would wager on Golden Tee games all the time. Caitlin, hi, Dum Dums. Oh, man.
Hey, hi, Kate. Hi, Caitlin.
What's your favorite Dum Dum flavor?
Oh, I go by colors, and so it's the blue one.
Dude. No, root beer, man. Come on.
Root beer's out. Damn. Right. I'm going to take it back.
Cream soda one was good.
Wow.
Remember we went to the haircut area? They would always have them.
They still do. Yeah, blue raspberries.
Yeah, that's that blue. Yeah, blue raspberries up there. And then they still have they still have the mystery one?
Yeah, I think they still have the mystery one, the one with the white wrapper. You never knew.
Yeah.
The reason why I know this is because when Banks goes to get his haircut, they still have the Dum Dums there, and I'm like, this is awesome.
Good. It's a tradition that should stand on.
They still have the Banks.
Doing that.
Yeah, true.
They still have the Banks. The bank teller still has like the Dum Dums sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we used to get them going to the bank.
We either got those or like sometimes they had like Jolly Ranchers or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But of course, here in Baltimore, they have to put it behind the plexiglass because I'm sure people just come in and steal them all the time.
The best flavor is whatever one makes Banks stop screaming at the barbershop. I totally understand that. That is
somehow we're almost 4 years old and it's still an ordeal.
Yeah,
but really,
it's gotten worse somehow. Not sure how, but it has.
How often do you go get his haircut?
Not often, just because it's hard to get him to freaking go, and I don't feel like putting myself or other people around him screaming the entire time. So,
oh man,
rough.
All right, yeah. Happy April 23rd. Happy Earth Day yesterday to those who celebrate. I love it.
Yeah.
Big Earth Day fan.
Big Earth Day people.
Yeah, big Earth Day people on this podcast. But yeah, it's been beautiful out the last couple of days. It's supposed to get cold and rainy in Ocean City this weekend, which is fine because honestly, I don't think it's rained in like 3 weeks here.
Okay.
We need some rain to get rid of all this freaking pollen everywhere. And I have officially reached the age where I would say, "Hey, we need the rain." So I didn't know it happened to me, but I guess I'm here.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it. I got here.
We made it.
Yeah.
How did you guys celebrate your Earth Day?
I worked.
I watched the Oriole game, and then I binge watched all of Full Swing.
Oh, it was only 4 episodes, right?
Yeah, 4 or 5. One of the two.
Yeah, I watched the O's game, and then I went to work last night. We had bingo last night, so it was nice. It was good little shift.
Nice. Yeah, I watched the Oriole game and worked.
Yeah, it's really there you go. Earth Day celebration. We're all going green here.
Have you guys? Have you guys watched Full Swing?
I honestly haven't watched Full Swing since the first season.
Okay.
There's only 2, right?
No,
this is the third. Oh, you're right. This is the fourth. This is the fourth one. Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I have not watched the new one. I didn't watch all the last one either, so I need to get. The last one was mostly the caddies, right? Wasn't the spotlight of that one or no?
I think they did it like a couple episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Highlighted, and then
I didn't get through the caddy part of it, so I think that's when I kind of stopped. I need to go back and watch it.
This one's good. The first episode is, and I'm not breaking any news here because we know how the PJ season went. But the first episode is really about Rory winning the Masters. Not this past year, or not this most recent Masters. 2 years ago. Last year, whatever, however you want to word it. And then I did like the last episode of the season is the Ryder Cup. And there's a running theme throughout all 4 episodes about guys really trying to, better their Ryder Cup chances for those captain's picks. Yeah. So like Maverick McNeely and Ben Griffin are really highlighted in this season.
Good. I hope they highlight some of the younger guys that don't get as much shine. Like Ben Griffin and Maverick McNeely have been playing great golf for the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. And if you don't pay attention to golf, you probably would not know who they are or what they look like. So I think that's good that show is highlighting some of those guys. The reason I haven't watched it is after the first season, I watched the first season and I kind of was just like, I already know all this stuff. I don't really need to watch this in like a documentary form. So I don't know. I guess I got kind of turned off by it because maybe I'm so locked in that like I'm not learning any new information by watching it. But also it's still fun to watch. And like there's days where I put something on and I'm just like doing other stuff. That's probably one of those shows that I'll do that with. But yeah, I still haven't watched the Formula One. I know a lot of people love that, and I know a lot of people down here really got into Formula One as a result of watching that show. And maybe I'll get into that. I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to get into racing. Really.
I mean, the movie was great. The F1 movie was awesome.
Oh yeah, the movie's great. I totally agree with that. But I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get locked in on racing anything. I don't know. Doesn't really interest me all that much. Anyway, fun. Sorry for the burp there, but we're drinking beers and it's draft day, guys.
Draft day.
You can tell it's draft day because I am Matt Elam, our favorite Ravens first round pick of all time, Florida Gator, I believe. Gator Chomp.
Yeah, he's Florida Gator.
Gator Chomp.
I think he's in the UFL right now. I'm not even kidding.
He's still playing. He's got to be 40.
I didn't know there was a UFL.
Or whatever.
Well,
whatever
I mean, if you did or you didn't, it's not changing much. No, you're still not going to watch it. Nobody does.
Didn't Zach Eflin just tear his UFL? No, I'm joking. All right. Yeah.
You guys got any plans for the draft?
I'm making burgers on the grill and I'm drinking beers and watching on my couch.
Gotcha.
I got nothing. We are getting ready. We're going down to Lexington tomorrow. So
nice.
Ooh, we're kind of just trying to get everything.
It is Keeneland weekend.
Keeneland weekend.
Tomorrow is the race. What do you know about Joe Valeggia? I know quite a bit about Mr. Joey V. I know quite a bit about Joey V.
Old Dominion, right?
Old Dominion grad, yeah.
He didn't play with Verlander, did he?
No, he did not. He was younger. He's 2 years older than me. He was a junior. I played with him for 2 years.
I thought maybe there was a chance if Verlander was a senior, he was a freshman or something. But
no, I didn't play with him for 2 years. I played with him for 1 year. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we're going down. We got Keeneland on Friday, so we're leaving like at the butt crack of dawn on Friday morning to get down there to tailgate a little bit beforehand.
Sure.
And yeah, so.
Weather's supposed to be decent.
Yeah, if you guys don't know,
beautiful.
If you guys don't know what Keeneland is, it's a racetrack in Lexington, Kentucky, where they do a lot of high stakes horse races.
Breeders' Cup,
basically, kind of get the season started for the Kentucky Derby and Preakness and those major events. Kind of the kickoff. I don't know if it's the kickoff per se, but it kind of like in my head, that's how it is.
Yeah, I watched Pigtown. I watched Joe hit multiple balls out of left field at Calvert Hall that had to hit Walmart. I mean, they were across the street. They were just ridiculous.
Yeah,
he's the reason I didn't think I was ever going to play varsity because I watched him as a freshman and I'm like, I can't play with that kid. He's a fucking grown ass. He's like 6'5" and 240 pounds, and he's
like fucking 15 home runs
nukes.
In a 30-game season.
He just hit nukes, man.
Yeah. Yeah. We have NFL draft tonight. We'll get into some of the preview on that. But before we do that, let's talk about the O's because I think all of us got to watch the game yesterday, right?
Yeah, I watched the majority of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched pretty much all of it as well. How about that Coby Mayo barreling up some balls? We were just talking about this on Tuesday, 2 in a row. Days where he's hit homers, I believe, right? So we were just talking about this the other day. It's fucking awesome.
Not only homers, 453 feet. Jesus Christ. And the announcer, I think the Kansas City announcer was literally like, I can't remember the last time I saw a ball hit up there, is what they said during their broadcast, which is saying a lot, especially in a park that's hard to hit home runs at.
Yeah.
And it's very weather dependent, whether the ball's going to travel there or not. So he got all of it. That's for sure.
I forgot they pulled the fences in.
10 feet, I think, something like that.
Did they do that this offseason?
Variations around the park. Like one side was like 8 feet, the other side was like 13 feet.
Was that this year or last year that they did that?
Last year, I think.
Last year.
They pulled the gaps in, I think, is the only part. I think they left center and the lines the same, but the somewhere along the gaps where they saw they were missing home runs.
Yeah.
That's where they messed with it.
I mean, like just looking at it, the first time I've seen the Royals this year, obviously they're one of the teams that's struggling the most in baseball right now. A team with high expectations after where they've been the last few years and kind of having the nightmare start that reminds me of the Orioles from last year. But dude, the dude Ursig, the guy at the back end of their bullpen, we saw him a couple times in the series. I mean, the stuff seems like it's there. The command does not seem like it's there at all. He was walking. I think he walked the first batters in both of his appearances. He walked the first two in his first appearance, but Gunnar got picked off. So, yeah, I don't know. If you're a KC fan, man, it's just such a brutal start. Bobby Witt's, going to be great. Pasquantino is going to turn it around. He's having a really rough start right now. And they've got young guys, so they're going to be good.
The whole team is off to a rough start.
It's just, it sucks. It sucks for them, but also fuck you for the 2014 ALC.
I don't feel bad for them. Yeah,
we don't feel bad at all. Plus, you have Patrick Mahomes, who might not be good anymore. We don't know. We don't know.
I think he's gonna.
That was random.
How do you know he hasn't been good? We don't know. He could be bad.
He'll be fine.
It could happen.
It could no Angels in the outfield.
It could happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a great series for the O's. We did lose the middle game of the series, but end up winning 2 out of 3, which is all you can really hope for on the road specifically. And Pete Alonso hits the dong. Coby Mayo hits a dong. Jeremiah Jackson gets another timely hit when we need it. Colton Cowser hit a couple balls hard, responding to the hate that we were throwing him a little bit on Tuesday. Yeah. Hit some balls hard. He ended up getting double off on one of the balls he hit hard, which sucked. But I like seeing him squaring the ball up a little bit more. And Basayo, I'll continue to say this, just, day by day kind of just looks more and more comfortable. Taking a lot more pitches, drawing more walks, being more patient, hitting the balls to the other side of the field. So I like seeing that out of a young guy. And also he got walked the other night in the 9th. In the game that went to extras that we won. Maybe it was the 10th. I can't remember, to lead off the inning. I think it was the 9th. And he kind of gave a look to the dugout. Like you could tell he was fired up, and you could see all right, he's starting to it's starting to click a little bit for him. So just a little body language reading from me there. Brooks, what did you see yesterday out of Chris Bassett?
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't great. I mean, he wasn't walking a ton of people. I think he had 2 walks on the day, but still not quite there, but it was better. It was enough to get a win, but kept him in the game the entire time. You wish he would have ate a little bit more innings. I know he went 6. Did he actually get 6 1/3? I forget if he got an out in that 7th inning or not, but
I forget.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not quite there yet. You saw a little bit of a flash there. I feel like during certain innings of the old Chris Bassett from the last few years. So hopefully it's coming along, but not as bad as the other. I mean, he didn't know where the ball was going in the first couple starts. He was missing by a lot. So it's getting better.
Yeah. It was 5 1/3, 5 earned. 8
he went out
hits,
for the
2
7th.
walked. No. Cano pitched the 6th into the 7th. Tyler Wells pitched an inning and 2/3 of 1-hit ball. Good for Tyler Wells. We needed to see a good little stretch out of him. Only threw 10 pitches in an inning and 2/3. So that's great. Love that.
That's impressive.
And then Nunez comes in, gets 2 Ks, and shuts the door for the save because Helsley was on a rest day because he had pitched the night before.
He's on bereavement leave.
Oh shit! Yeah. I forgot that. I saw that.
So whatever's going on with his family, we're thinking about you. Hopefully everything's all right.
Yeah.
I literally don't know what's going on. So.
Adley, right after we finished the podcast on Tuesday, got reinstated to the club, and Sam Huff got DFA'd. To which Brian responded, "Who is Sam Huff?"
Yes, I did. I'm not hiding this. And I think is he related to Aubrey Huff? I think it's somebody said.
He actually had a couple nice knocks for us when he played. So.
I just didn't know who the hell he was. I'm like, this guy. We pull him out of the stands.
Yeah, for 10 days.
Yeah, no, I think he used to play for Texas, but he's been out of it for a few years. Just journeyman trying to find his way. Totally respect that. He had a couple balls hard for us.
He had a couple nice knocks. Yeah.
He's no Taylor Teagarden, but we'll remember him fondly in Baltimore.
Taylor Teagarden.
Holy shit.
But yeah, Anthony Nunez continuing his hot start. So is Yennier Cano. 2.16 ERA for Cano, 1.46 for Nunez so far, and limited work. But the bullpen has been great, and credit to Elias for finding these diamonds in the rough in the bullpen. A lot of people were kind of done with Cano last year, especially towards the end of the year. And seems like he's fixed whatever was going on with him. His stuff is still nasty, and he's as confident as you could get on the mound. So I love having him out there. And it leads me another thing. Leote hitting the grand slam the other night in extras. It's just like, hey, people give Mike Elias all kinds of shit on Twitter all the time about how the team isn't performing, whatever. Last year was a disaster, but he found Ryan O'Hearn off the scrap heap and turned him into an all-star. We found Ramon Laureano off the scrap heap and he turned into an all-star. We found Leote Taveras off the scrap heap, and he's been one of the best players on our team for this year so far. Jeremiah Jackson, same thing. We rebuilt a bullpen out of fucking nothing.
Where'd Nunez come from?
We thought we were dead. I don't know.
We traded. He was in the Cedric Mullins trade.
He was in the Cedric Mullins trade. There you go. Where did Cano come from? We traded Jorge Lopez for him a couple years ago. Where did Cade Povich come from? Same fucking trade. It's some stuff that. Jesus. It's some stuff that goes under the radar that I get really frustrated when Orioles fans are just like, oh, why are the Orioles not winning games? Elias not doing his job. It's just like, yeah, he fucking is, dude.
Is that how Orioles fans sound?
That's how the Twitter, like how I read some tweets. That's exactly how I read them in my head.
Some group chat, some people who send text messages, and maybe some Orioles fans at the bar,
Yeah. But yeah, it's credit to Mike Elias for finding these diamonds in the rough, and if we didn't have Leote Taveras and Jeremiah Jackson on the team, we'd probably have a few less wins than we do right now this season.
That's for sure.
So yeah, I've been pretty happy. I know it's 12-13, but right now it's hang around, figure out what you've got, and let you guys get healthy.
Yeah, we're 12-13 and what, tied for third or just in third, and we're 2.5 games back or 3 games back of first place or something like that.
3.5 now because the Yankees have won 5 straight.
And we're not playing anywhere near our potential. I mean, you got to feel pretty good about that at the moment as they're still trying to figure it out. And I just pulled up the stats for the Orioles relief, or the Orioles bullpen ranked 11th in the league. So I'll take top third all day.
Yeah, I mean, we lost our closer for the year, and we thought all was lost, and it's been not that bad, and we still have reinforcements coming. Kittredge, Aiken coming back. Geraldo's not coming back, but we got some guys coming back. Jackson Holiday went back to the Frederick Keys after they shut him down while he was rehabbing the hamate bone wrist stuff that he's been dealing with. He got taken out of the game again. Say it was discomfort in the same wrist. Bad news. I mean, it just sucks that they keep stopping and starting with him. I feel like they're trying to be cautious, but also at the same time, like every time he gets back out there, it seems like it's sore. Is this some like a type of thing that maybe he's just going to have to play through the soreness for a little while? Like I don't really know like
No,
what's
I
going
don't.
on.
I mean, he's literally got an MRI yesterday. So he was at the Keys. He got called back up to
I'll be right back.
Norfolk, and then it was during a swing. I don't know if it was a strike 3 or not, but if you haven't seen the video, he swings and then immediately takes his right hand off the bat and goes like that, like something really bothered him on that swing, and they took him out right away. And then bringing him back up. They brought him back up for an MRI yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. So hopefully the results are negative. Hopefully there's nothing like anything hanging around in there that's messing with some ligaments or anything like that. So that would really suck. So either way, I mean, if it bothered him enough to take a swing and take his hand off the bat and shake it like it hurt like hell, it's not feeling too good. So yeah, not great.
Yeah, it's a fucking sucks. But what are you gonna do? Hopefully he's able to get back and healthy by the All-Star break. I mean, at this point,
it's kind of playing it by ear because we just don't know how he's going to recover. We don't know how much time he's going to need to like sit and rest and wait for it to feel better again and then start swinging again. Like we're kind of starting from scratch again at this point, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's definitely not where you want to be early in the season. It's incredibly.
Thank God for Jeremiah Jackson right now.
Thank God for Jeremiah Jackson, man. What a godsend that guy's been.
He's also playing a good defensive second base too. So I wanted to throw that out there.
Made a great play to end the game. Was it 2 days ago? 3 days ago? That was not routine. So yeah, overall good series against KC. We salvaged the road trip against the AL Central, and win 2 out of the last 3. Really could have won all 3 of them, but the wild pitch Tuesday night was something. Or was it a wild pitch or a pass ball? What did they count that as? It bounced off of Adley and went in between him and the pitcher, and Adley charged after it. The pitcher couldn't get to home on time. Which I also kind of wanted to talk to you about. Isn't Adley's job there to stay put and Helsley gets the ball and flips it to him, or is that just such a bang play?
Yeah, sure. Like in a perfect world, but I think as a catcher and you're blocking it, like your first instinct is like if you chest it up and it goes out in front of you, like if there's not a guy out there, your first instinct is to pop up and go out and get that ball so runners don't advance. So like I get that. That's the first instinct. It was a weird play. But yeah, I mean, regardless, it should be something that he keeps in front of him and isn't a huge deal, but it is what it is. So
frustrated.
I mean, to be honest with you, we're not in that situation without his 3-run bomb in that game either. So
yeah, it's true.
But he did make 2 bad blocking mistakes, if you will. I don't know.
I would bet that the Orioles pitching staff has not been happy overall with the defense at catcher this season. Basayo is incredibly young. I don't think he's really a catcher. And Rushman is in and out of being hurt and just not quite as consistently behind there. So I don't know.
Probably disagree just because the only reason I say that is just because Adley's been really good this year defensively besides that game. Better than he has been over the past year and a half. Looks healthy and good back there, especially in terms of like getting pitches. I think we're 3rd in the league right now with getting pitches that are balls called strikes, framing, if you will. I know it's kind of hard to do with the challenges, but we're still 3rd when they're not challenging, so that's great. So you got to be happy about that. Do I think that some guys are still kind of trying to learn how Basayo works and Basayo vice versa as well? Because, I mean, you could see it with him and Kramer pitching. It seemed like something was off at times. Do I think it's all the way off? Do I think that they just hate working with each other? No. But, I mean, I do think there's probably times where they're trying to figure out what the other guy is wanting to do in certain situations. So they're still learning. I mean, Basayo is young, too. He hasn't caught a lot of these guys very much besides the end of last year. So he's still learning. He's still learning them, and they're still learning him. and what they both like to do. So it's a give and take in a catcher pitcher relationship. You have to figure out what each of them like to do and kind of learn their tendencies and what they feel confident in certain situations. So, but I think Basayo's been better this year defensively than I expected. Do I think he's been out of this world? No, but I mean, the stats are the stats. Their framing is obviously good. They're throwing some runners out. So I can't sit here and say it's been that bad. I mean,
I will say I don't want Basayo challenging pitches ever. Not at the plate or behind the dish. I just don't think that guy's good at it.
He was 100% until like the road trip, I think, behind the plate.
Yeah, but the reason the situations where he's calling for him sometimes, it's just like, dude, it's a third inning. You don't fucking need to do this. Like, let's save these. But you know, I'm sure that's something they're talking about in the locker room as everyone gets used to the ABS stuff.
Yeah, if it's that early in let's talk through this for a second. If it's that early in my mind, if you're challenging a pitch, it has to be like, all right, we're challenging this because like it's a at bat altering pitch in terms of like, all right, this is either ball 4 or strike 3, or it's something between like 1-1 and the pitch is called a ball and you're trying to get it to 1-2 instead of 2-1 or something like that. That's when I can see it. Like,
and it has to be somewhat egregious, I would think.
You got to be pretty confident.
If it's in the first 5 innings, it's got to be. I would say, like, if you get this wrong, like, come on, dude. But you know, if it's
pretty good about
it depends. If there's a guy on second and third and there's 2 outs, and you know, I get that. But it's something we're all going to have to get used to a little bit more, and I'm sure the players are going to be.
I think people are still learning the strategy for it too.
Yeah. Taylor Ward, 13 doubles so far, and just 1 homer, which, by the way, fine with me.
Got his first dinger. Dude, he backspins a ball like crazy.
Yeah.
Like that ball that he finally caught and hit that home run on. I mean, it was a line drive, dude. He fucking smoked it.
Yeah.
And he smoked every other ball that game too. Every line drive he hit that game just felt like it stayed that far off the ground and just hovered.
He's one of those dudes that I feel really, really confident in when he's at the dish right now. And I'm loving what I've seen out of him. And I mean, specifically now that we know Grayson Rodriguez is dead arm, he hasn't pitched. I don't really know what's going on with him, if he's back, if he's rehabbing or whatever. But, I think a lot of people were kind of critical of that trade when it happened. But I mean, look, the guy has been incredibly productive for us so far.
Bad leadoff hitter, I was told. After 4 games.
After 4 games. I mean, what are you going to do? Grayson Rodriguez, by the way, update as of a couple days ago, felt good facing hitters for the first time since spring training. Threw roughly 30 pitches up and down. 1 up down. So essentially 2 innings. He still needs to build up.
You know what's surprising to me right now? I just pulled up team averages, hitting stats here. The Orioles are 10th in batting average in the major leagues, which is wild to me a little bit. They're batting 257 as a team. Obviously, LA is way ahead in first place with 317, and second place is the Rays with 288. So
the Dodgers are hitting 317 as a team.
That's what it says.
Holy shit!
What? That can't be real.
I'll refresh it.
Andy Pajes was hitting like 400 at one point, but
yeah, they're hitting 317 on base percentage of 389, slugging 544, OPS 933, and they are way ahead of Tampa, who's in second.
Oh man, Freddie Freeman, by the way, 299 start his year. Max Muncy hitting 293. That's not going to stay.
No.
That's not. We know what Max Muncy is. He's not an average guy.
Well, I mean, we also said like the discrepancy in this stuff right now is just so odd because we talked about it on Tuesday's podcast. Like, obviously, this has changed. The Reds were hitting 210 and has the best record in the league. With a negative run differential. And now they're up to 20. They're up to 26 in the league at 212 or something like that. The White Sox are now. There's 3 teams below 200. The Phillies are batting 191. Who
Oh my goodness.
we'll talk about that in a second. They are fucking Steve Ruglin.
Yeah.
Minnesota Twins,
Minnesota.
the Lake Minnetonka Twins are batting 190, and the Chicago White Sox are 163.
Is that good?
Hell,
Holy White Sox, man!
163.
We played that team, and I don't think I could name 5 guys on it.
Yeah, you could.
Other than Murakami, yeah, I could. Benintendi, Murakami, Colson Montgomery, Chase Mydroth, and the pitcher from Maryland. What's his name?
Oh shit.
Sean Burke.
Yeah.
There you go. There's 5. There's 5 White Sox guys. I did it.
Yes.
League leaders around the league. Home run leader is still Yordan Alvarez with 11. He's also the league leader in WAR and OPS. OPS is 1245. You don't know what OPS is. An average OPS is 700.
Wow.
A good OPS is 800. His is 1245.
Over 1,000 is fucking very good.
Over 1,000, you're getting MVP votes. That's where we're at.
He's at 1,200.
He's at 1,200.
Miss Kelsey, if you're around, I think it might be that time. I think it might be. think it might be.
another fun one, because he also has 8 doubles along with those 11 homers. Total bases is just, you guys know what it is, but to explain it to you guys, it's just how many bases you touch. So if you had a double, it's 2 total bases. If you had a home run, it's 4 total bases. Yordan Alvarez has 74 total bases. The next highest guy, Shea Langoliers, has 58. So yeah, that just shows you just how fucking dominant he's been. Murakami right behind him in terms of home runs at 10. Judge, James Wood, Trout, Max Muncy, Kyle Schwarber. Guys you would expect right behind him as well. Doubles leading the league is our own Taylor Ward, 13. Matt Olson, Willie Damas, and Ernie Clement all have 10 behind them. League average, Andy Pajes, Yordan Alvarez, Vladdy Jr., Ryan O'Hearn in the top 10. Love seeing that. And then OPS, like we said, Yordan Alvarez. Ben Rice for the Yankees, which I hate, is absolutely smashing the ball right now too.
Why do you not like Ben Rice?
I don't. Well, because I love Rice, but he's a Yankee, so
Okay.
Fuck the Yankees.
Do you like rice? You mean like rice, like the food, or rice
like the Owls? I also like them too.
And the Owls, yeah. Houston, out of Houston, yeah.
No, I've said basically for my whole life, I've always said when people ask me what my favorite food is, I've always said rice.
You're kidding?
I'm not kidding.
So my average is just updated again.
Yeah.
Rice?
I love it, dude. I could eat it every day. I do eat it basically every day.
This makes 0 sense to me. All right, my averages.
So the averages have now changed since
my team. I don't know what's going on, but regardless, Dodgers are still in first at 280.
Okay, thank God.
All right,
317 was not realistic. Right?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I checked there. I mean, whatever.
No, I believe you. I mean, there's no reason not to.
The Reds are back down in last again. They moved back down to 205. So sorry about it. Sorry about it, Reds.
The other Hamate brothers, Corbin Carroll and Francisco Lindor. Corbin Carroll getting off to a blazing start. Over 1,000 OPS to start for his season.
Did Lindor get hurt last night?
And Lindor, although the Mets won finally after, I think, 12 straight losses, they won a 3-2 game. Lindor left with a calf strain, which you know how calf strains go in sports these days. You don't want to be you want to be as cautious as you can with them.
It leads to go lower down the leg, and then your Achilles doesn't exist.
The Mets are getting Soto back this weekend, I think tomorrow, for their series opener, whoever they're playing this weekend. But they're probably going to be without Lindor for the weekend series, I would imagine, depending on how serious.
For a little bit, I think.
Did I take him in our homer draft?
Lindor? I don't think so.
I would hope not.
I don't think you would take Lindor. You took J-Ram.
Yeah. That's like my go-to pick.
Yeah. Juan Soto was bad pick for me so far, but Judge and Wood were good. No, you did not take Lindor. You have Ohtani, Cal Raleigh, Jose Ramirez, Vladdy Jr., and Basayo. All right. Any other baseball stuff you guys want to hit on? Munetaka Murakami, we talked about a little bit. That guy's a stud. When he came up from Japan, people didn't think he could hit fastballs, but he's doing it right now at a pretty elite pace. So good for him. And then,
I mean, I want to talk about the NL Central right now.
Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about the NL Central.
They're on fire.
They're on
fire.
Last place team right now is 13-10, and it's the Brewers.
Yeah.
So
I remember it might have been the first year we did the podcast. We were talking about how bad the NL Central was going to be, and now look, 2 years later, Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, so let me run down the standings here for people watching and not looking at the standings. The Reds are in first with the worst batting average in the league, which is still blowing my mind right now. They're 16-9. They are 6-6 at home, 10-3 away, which is interesting. Cubs are on a hot streak right now. They are 15-9. They're a half game back. Pirates hanging in there at 14-10 and playing good baseball.
Playing good ball.
Cardinals, surprise, I think for all of us, are 14-10. And the Brewers are 13-10. I'm not worried about the Brewers. I think they just had a little bit of a rough patch there. They're 5-5 of their last 10. They're going to be fine.
They'll be fine.
Going to the Reds, I'm looking through their team statistics. Ke'Bryan Hayes, who was the top prospect for the Pirates a few years ago, absolutely elite with the glove, but they never really knew how the bat was going to pan out. He ended up on the Reds this offseason. He is hitting .085. That's going to bring your team average down a little bit, especially when he's starting every day at third base. Pretty rough start for him. But Ellie's off to a hot start. Some guy named Sal Stewart, who plays third base for them, who I've never heard of, is off to a hot start.
Boys and girls, we have a Kelsey sighting.
Oh, boy. What is that? Is that a Rumple?
Rumple Tits McGee.
A Rumpley? Last time I did a Rumpleman shot was with Brian, and it was at Tap House West. And the problem with doing a Rumpleman shot at Tap House West, or the problem with doing a shot in general at Tap House West, is that they don't use shot glasses at Tap House West. They use the beer flight glasses that they use.
It was a bucket,
which are 4 ounce, I think 4 or 5 ounce cups, and they fill them all the way up. So that, I mean, you do a Rumple, you're doing 2 Rumples. And
I remember looking at it. I remember feeling intimidated.
Yeah. And then, you know what you did? You ordered another one.
I know. Because I'm crazy.
Yeah. Why do they call him Crazy Steve? Because I'm crazy.
Another interesting.
You have a pirate on our team?
The fuck did we get ice cream? Another interesting stat, besides the Cincinnati Reds having the worst batting average as a team in the league and
see you in a little bit
in the NL Central, is the New York Yankees are third worst batting average in the league and are in first place in the AL East.
But this has got to be an indictment on how look. This is the first thing I think of: an indictment on swing real hard, hit the ball far, or strike out.
Average is down in general across the league, though, like pretty distinctly, though, right?
Yeah.
Leader in hits on the Yankees so far, Giancarlo Stanton hitting 265. So you know, they're
can't open chips.
Though.
Can't open chips.
They're getting pop though from the guys they need to. Judge is hitting bombs. Ben Rice hitting bombs early. They got a Med Rosario on their Yankees. I didn't even know that. Goldie's only played 9 games. He's going to be, I guess, like a platoon guy for them this year.
I think he knew that going into the season when he signed, because he was thinking about not even coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see him have one more good year. I think he's going to be one of those guys that's going to be a fringy guy for when the Hall of Fame stuff comes around. And I've always really thought he was such a great player. And he finally got the MVP in I think 22 with the Cardinals. He could have easily had one. I think it was 2015 or 2016 with the Diamondbacks. He had a year where he was fucking incredible, and there was like an Ohtani type season on that side of the. I can't remember.
I feel
who
like
it was,
he
but
batted like 340 one year for the.
It was something absurd. It was like him and Joey Votto were like always fighting for the batting average lead in the National
Well,
League.
they were always fighting for fucking who was going to start the All-Star game too. Remember that? Like, and yeah, forever it was just such a logjam at first base in both divisions. Or both
I know I've said this stat before, and I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but there was Joey Votto's MVP season. He hit one foul ball the entire season to the right side of the field. Only one. How the hell do you do that?
I mean, you're staying back pretty well on pitches.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're seeing it deep. You're seeing it real deep.
Seeing it deep, yeah.
By the way, 2016, Goldie had 32 bags. Did you guys know that?
Okay. All right, Goldie.
In 2015, he hit 33 homers and 21 bags, and then in the next year, he had 24 homers and 32 bags. He came in second in the MVP in 2015. He had 33 homers, 110 RBIs, hit 321 with a 1,000 OPS, and won the Gold Glove. He lost the MVP that year to Bryce Harper, who went absolutely fucking apeshit that year. 42 homers, 460 on base, 11 plus OPS. That's, 10 WAR season. You see that almost never. So that makes sense that he didn't win that year. But but anyway, I digress. Good for Goldie. I just shouting out Goldie. I love that guy. I love the older guys. Get older.
We do the game all the time, Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame. If I said Paul Goldschmidt, Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame, first instinct. Mine is no. And I wanted to be a Hall of Famer, but mine is no.
I guess not. I don't know.
You hear the name immediately, I say no, but I look at the numbers and I immediately think otherwise.
Okay.
Career numbers, 64 WAR. 4 Gold Gloves, 5 Silver Sluggers, 7 All-Stars, and an MVP. 375 homers, 287 career batting average, and almost 200 stolen bases as well. Career on base is 380. Career OPS is 881. That's fucking ridiculous. Career OPS plus 137, so 37% better than an average hitter in the league for 15 plus years.
If he gets in, it'll be one of those late, like the 9th or 10th year on the ballot.
Yeah, he's one of those guys going to hang around for a little while.
I guess it depends. Well, I guess it depends on how much longer he plays.
Yeah.
If he gets over 400 dingers, then I think it's going to be a little bit
quicker. Yeah, because that 4 being in the front of the home run number is a big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he had 375.
He's just a guy like everyone loves too.
Hell, he made the damn USA roster, and he's not. I hate to say it, but he's obviously in the downside, the back nine of his career.
In the twilight of his career,
Yeah. So he might have been in like a glue guy or something I don't even think he played in the entire tournament. WBC.
2 MVP 2s, an MVP 3, and an MVP win with 4 Gold Gloves, and I don't know. I think Hall of Famer now that I look at the numbers, but when you said it, you were right. I always think that too. And I actually kind of like that test because it's the same thing like Scott Rowland. Like you look at the numbers enough, you're like, okay, I can convince myself.
Yeah.
But when I hear the name Scott Rowland, I'm not like, he's one of the best players I watched when I was a kid. You know what I mean? There were so many guys. So.
Well, it's also sometimes a product of the team they play for too.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Goldie playing for the Diamondbacks for so long, I think that kind of hurts.
If he plays in New York and now he's with the Diamondbacks, maybe we're looking at him differently. Same with Arenado. Arenado is going to be an argument, and I think for the first 10 years of his career, I would think he's not an argument. He won like 10 straight Gold Gloves.
That's where I was going to say. That's where he gets in.
But the last 3 or 4 years of his career haven't been great, and the Hall of Fame doesn't love when the guys have they kind of stick around too long. So I don't know. Anyway, that's enough Hall of Fame discussion. It's an arbitrary place that doesn't house some of the best players in history, or just not even mentioned there. So why do we even care? I don't know. I don't know why we care. All right, let's move on. Unless you guys have any other baseball stuff you want to get to.
No, we're going to move on, but I'm actually going to say this to you right now, since I believe we're going to the draft, right?
Yeah, let's go to the draft.
All right. All right, Mel Kiper, Hall of Famer or non-Hall of Famer?
Calvert Hall Cardinal, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, because I mean, contributors to the game get into the Hall of Fame. Mel Kiper, Hall of Famer, not Hall of Famer. I think he's a Hall of Famer because he basically made the draft.
When you think of the NFL draft, you think of Mel Kiper first, right?
Yes.
Well, he's the one who invented the entire mock draft and grading system and everything, so he's gonna get in.
Yeah.
For sure. He's the one who invented the whole thing.
Yeah. Is he how old is he at this point? Is he in his 70s?
I was going to say late 60s.
65. Okay. Really just a strange haircut on that fella. Just, like some guys do 2 on the side, 4 on top. He's just like, nah, give me the same thing all the way around. I want the same thing all the way around. I don't want anything different on the side. Just
a helmet.
Yeah.
It's just a full-on helmet. Oh, they talk about, I can't remember, it might have been John Gruden who was on the desk before he went back to coaching with the Raiders. And they were doing the draft, and he goes, I got all these sheets of paper for all these guys, and Mel Kiper's got 1 sheet of paper. And they'll bring up some dude getting drafted in the 3rd round, out of I don't know, Kent State. And Mel Kiper's ripping off the dude's blood type and where his family went to school. And it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't do anything else during the year besides this. So.
That's what, him and McShay and Daniel Jeremiah now has done a lot of this recently, and some other guys.
Even Field Yates and stuff too, I think.
Yeah, those are the couple of guys that I think of immediately. It's their full-time job is catching these guys when they're sophomores, trying to figure out what's going on the next couple of years, and then, but yeah.
He used to come to all the Calvert Hall games, whether it be football, lacrosse, baseball, and he knew everybody
all the time. Yeah,
he knew everybody. If there's MIAA school guys going into the draft at any point, I'm sure he knows them.
Oh yeah, I mean because I was watching Mike Greenberg, Field Yates, and Mel Kiper were doing on YouTube or a podcast. It's called First Draft. And he would consistently bring up players that played at St. Francis or played at Gilman or played in the MIAA, and would bring up, and then he'd also bring up St. Michael's and Orange Crushers during this, which was great.
Yeah, I think Ryan had him on at one point and was like, "All right, well, you give a draft grade for all these guys. Let's do grades for best Orange Crushers throughout Maryland." I think they did. I think they ended up doing that.
Great.
And I think number 1, I think it was number 1, or it was at least up there. It was Foxy's over in St. Michael's.
Yeah, it was Foxy's or Fisherman's. It was Fisherman's Wharf or something. Fisherman's something in St. Michael's. I love St. Michael's. I mean, Dusty, even coming back from when we were down your place most recently, I just want to turn the car and go to St. Michael's and just go, oh man.
Take that left and see Harold Baines for a little while.
See HB. Yeah.
Honestly, I enjoy
bullets from our buddy Drew this past week.
Nice.
Honestly, I enjoy going to downtown Easton's a good time too.
Yeah, Easton's great. Tillman Island, there's some good spots.
Yeah, I'm actually going to a wedding this weekend in Kent Island. I can't wait. First time. I don't think I've ever gone out in Kent Island, so I think we're just going to go to the jetty, I assume, but
Yeah, I mean the jetty's money right there. So
hopefully it's supposed to rain this weekend in Ocean City. Hopefully in Kent Island they have good
go over
weather.
to Red Eyes. Catch a bikini contest if they're doing it.
Red Eyes.
Red Eyes stock bar.
It took Roach and I 5 hours to get to the beach, and it wasn't because we hit any traffic. It's because we stopped at the jetty and got drinks. We stopped at the outlets to get clothes.
And I think they came in through Delaware too. I think they took 404.
Who, me? Or
yeah.
No. We went your normal route.
Well, when you guys bought lottery tickets, and they were Delaware lottery tickets. So I was like, I don't know where they could have gotten these.
Didn't know that. Maybe we did, and I didn't know we were in Delaware. But Roach was driving, so I'm having a couple cocktails, a couple road sodas. I wasn't
driving. Chip was driving.
This is Frankfurt.
Joe, you cannot own Tillman Island if you can't even spell it correctly.
There's no G.
There's a G and an H in there, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, they're right next to each other on the keyboard, right in the middle. All right, let's get into some draft stuff. Who do we think's going to go number one? No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
We know who's going to go number one. Fernando Mendoza, clear and obvious choice for the number one pick to the Raiders. That's where it gets a little interesting after that. A lot of people are on David Bailey, who's an edge out of Texas Tech, and a lot of other people are on Arvell Reese, who's an edge out of Ohio State. I think the gambling market is basically completely split on this. I think there's a lot of momentum for Reese recently, but I think leading up to the draft, it's been a lot of David Bailey. This kind of stuff.
It went back to Reese,
yeah,
just like 2 days ago, and now it's back to Bailey.
Yeah.
So I mean, they don't know what the fuck's going to go on.
It's one of those things where the Jets are going to say something one way, and like they're trying to throw other teams off the scent. I don't really know what the Jets can get out of it, because it seems like they're going to pick regardless. But I mean, teams are always doing gamesmanship type stuff, putting out rumors that are not exactly correct. There's a lot of buzz on the third pick with Arizona. Nobody really knows what the hell they're going to do.
They don't even know what they want to pick.
A lot of everyone knows they don't want to pick, but they don't want to trade back for a package that's nothing. So they're going to stick and pick eventually. And a lot of people saying they might end up taking the running back Love out of Notre Dame. I don't think that he'll go that early, but maybe. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Number one, let's get into, what do you think the Jets are going to do it to? Do you think they're going to take Reese or Bailey?
I think Bailey. I think you're going to take the proven commodity as opposed to the flyer on Arvell Reese, who might end up being better than Bailey at the end of the day, but he's more of like a project as compared to Bailey, who's more of your traditional edge rusher. Comparisons have been made between him and Khalil Mack.
Yeah. Arvell Reese, a guy who plays a little bit off the ball and a little bit of edge. He kind of is a Michael Parsons type, which is probably why teams really like that aspect of it, that he can play kind of both. And Bailey's more of a traditional pass rusher, had 14.5 sacks last year. So, it depends on what you're looking for. I think, like Brian said, I think Reese is a little bit more of a project. But if he hits, I think the ceiling might be a little bit higher. So how much risk are you willing to afford here? And if you're the Jets, I don't know. Maybe just get good players in there because they fucking stink.
You don't miss how to get fired. Not that the Jets are firing anybody, but how to get fired is to screw up a top 3 or 4 pick. Don't screw it up.
I mean, have they made a good top 5 pick in my life?
The Brickashaw Ferguson?
Vernon Golston?
No, he was number 6. He was number 6. They said that Bill Parcells got in the head of Mike Tannenbaum. So Bill Parcells was the coach of the Dolphins, and he was pubbing up. Vernon Golston so much, and Mike Tannenbaum freaked out and drafted him, and then Mike Tannenbaum didn't have a job.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. If you're the Jets, Geno's your quarterback now, right? Which is fun. But I mean, a lot of guys like Garrett Wilson doesn't want to be there. Sauce Gardner's already out. Breece Hall probably doesn't want to be there. I don't know if I could name you many other guys on the team, honestly. I think Aaron Glenn is probably a mid-season, like first coach fired type of guy. I honestly can't believe he still has a job after what a mess they were last year, although it's not necessarily all his fault. So I think, I agree with you, Brian. I would take probably Bailey if I were them, and let somebody else, handle the project of Arvell Reese and the potential upside of it. But I mean, it's a double-edged sword. You could take Bailey and he could just be all right, and then Reese could be, otherworldly, and then you look like an idiot that way too.
yeah.
So it's so dependent. And also, I mean, the thing you got to remember about the NFL draft is like the team you go to matters so much.
Oh, without a doubt.
If Josh Allen got drafted by the Cardinals and Josh Rosen got drafted by the Bills, things could have been completely backwards. Do I think they would have been 100% flip-flop the other way? No, but like there's levels to this kind of stuff. So
I'm gonna say this. I the Cardinals, I think, are gonna try to get out of that pick, and I think they'll find a taker in the Dallas Cowboys. I really do believe the Cowboys want to block whoever the Giants want at number 5.
See, I disagree with you there. I don't think the Cowboys are trading up. And the only reason I say this is because in the last, I can't remember what the year was, 16 or 18 years, the Cowboys have only traded up in the first round one time.
Okay.
They don't generally trade up. I can see it happening. I know Jerry is going to be more aggressive, and he's been more aggressive in free agency and trades, and that's that kind of stuff. They still don't know, by the way, what they're going to do with George Pickens. Maybe you should probably figure that out. He's probably one of the best players on your team.
No, I mean, they do know. I mean, they came out and said yesterday that they're going to franchise tag him.
So what's the long-term plan if he doesn't want to play?
None. Let him walk at the end of the year.
No, you know what's going to happen. He's not going to play if you franchise.
He's not going to play.
That's what I'm saying. So he's not going to play, and then what's your plan then? Because your plan could be, oh, all right, well, we'll just let him sit out, and he can go fuck off. But okay, but if he's not playing, then you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. Well, that's what the news was out of Stephen Drew yesterday. I think
Stephen Drew, JD's younger brother.
I mean, sorry, you know I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Stephen Drew, JD's brother.
Drew. What are in these Coors Lights? What's going on?
Silver bullets, actual silver bullets are in them.
I think Sonny Styles is going to be the best player in the draft.
Ooh, okay.
Outside of Jeremiah Love.
Because his name is Sonny, or because he's good at football?
Because he's really good at football. They said that once you draft him, he instantly becomes the smartest person on your team. Ooh, I think he'll end up being. And the big knock on this draft is positional value. All the best players do not have a great positional value. See running backs, see off-ball linebackers, safety. So these aren't premium positions, and I don't really give a damn if I want good football players. Like, you tell me Derwin James wasn't one of the top 5 players in that 2018 draft or 19 draft.
We got Kyle Hamilton.
He went exactly, and they go in the mid-teens, and that doesn't make any sense to me because we're so happy to have Kyle Hamilton now, and I bet you if someone redrafted, they would take him number 5 overall.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to simplify it so much in terms of like Madden ratings, but would you rather have an 80 overall left tackle or a 99 overall safety? You know what I mean? Like, it's not a comparison. You know what I mean?
I 99 overall anywhere.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
And not to say these guys are like that good, but I mean, the word on Caleb Downs is that he's fucking incredible. Like, one of the best safety prospects we've had in years, other than Kyle Hamilton. The word on Jeremiah Love is that he's not Saquon, but he could be like a Bijan level prospect, a Jahmyr Gibbs level prospect. And
he's going to play receiver.
Guys, I mean, if you can get one of those guys, I mean, it's hard to pass up. So it's really, really interesting what happens at the top. And I agree with you, Brian, though. I think the most interesting pick in the draft and how the night is going to go tonight is that number 3 pick with the Cardinals. Whether they are able to find a partner to trade down with, because once again, everyone knows you're trading down. They're probably not going to offer you quite as much. So is it worth it to trade the number 3 overall pick for, what you consider 80% or 80 cents on the dollar kind of thing? Or, I know everyone's going to be trying to get picks for next year because Arch Manning's coming out. Dante Moore's coming out. There's a couple other quarterbacks coming out.
Sellers coming out.
You can get more lottery tickets for next year, but everybody knows that.
And also, it doesn't help that the Titans also have been very vocal about wanting to be out, and that's the pick directly behind the Cardinals. So you don't really have to have any kind of sense of urgency to get to number 3 if you know that number 4 also doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. Or are they just fucking over?
Or they could be Bill Parcells and Mike Tannenbaum.
I want my picks back, all of them.
I mean, another thing we need to talk about too, because I don't think we ever actually brought this up.
What in the hell?
And this has to do with draft. This has to do with the Ravens draft picks when we tried to trade our draft picks for Max Crosby. Max Crosby just tried to get traded again, and that whole thing got and that whole thing got blocked again, or got turned down again, and all of a sudden, all the Ravens speculation and bullshit has gone away because it happened again. So, I don't know. It's just interesting to me how the media works at times.
Well, they're going to pick up the story that's going to gain the most steam, and they're going to put steam behind it, even if it doesn't deserve it. So, I mean, that's just the way media works nowadays, and it sucks. But
it's so unfair to these kids who work their dick off to get to where they go. And I call them kids. Some of them are men, but they work so hard to get where they are, and then teams will intentionally talk down about them, even though they know it's not true, so they can fall to them in the draft. And that's millions of dollars from differentiation.
Yeah.
So that's a shame.
It's like arbitration. You're just like you're actively working against the people that you're trying to get in there.
Arbitration's like I know we're not.
We need to get rid of arbitration.
Arbitration sucks for everybody. What are we doing?
We haven't
seen. Thank you to Chris for bringing over the drink. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. CBA this offseason, Brooks. Hopefully, all that's dealt with. It won't be.
It won't be.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so yeah, I think everyone consensus top couple players in the draft other than Mendoza, Jeremiah Love, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, David Bailey, Caleb Downs. A lot of these guys are Ohio State guys. It's not surprising. The Ohio State guys have performed incredibly well.
How did they lose a game?
I don't know, because their quarterback was bad, I think.
They could have 4 players drafted in the top 10.
No. I think, by the way, Will Howard was bad too. I think the quarterback was bad last year too, but they just have so much talent it doesn't matter. After that, it's kind of a toss up for the wide receiver position. A lot of people like this dude Tyson out of Arizona State. A lot of people like Carnell Tate out of Ohio State. Ohio State's kind of been, other than LSU, been kind of wide receiver U for a while. But Arizona State produced Tet McMillan last year, who I would say was a really good rookie. Really, exceeded my expectations for sure. And then after that, there's going to be a run of there's going to be a ton of offensive linemen going between, I would say, pick 7 and pick 20. You're probably going to see, at least 5, 6, 7 of those picks are going to be offensive linemen, which is not sexy, but I think the Ravens are going to be, if they don't trade back, are going to be involved in that. And I've seen a lot of people this guard from Penn State, namely McShay and also Daniel Jeremiah, I believe.
We're not going to have a sexy pick, and I'm fine, and I think we're all fine with that.
This dude started 4 seasons straight at Penn State and only allowed 2 sacks in all 4 years. Sign me up. Put him in Daniel Falalele's spot from last year, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if it's reaching. I don't care if we're picking him 14 picks early. If he's the best player available on the board, and he's on the board, we need offensive line so desperately. Give it to us.
Give it to us. I don't need sexy picks. If they don't do that, if they don't go with an offensive lineman, where would you like to see the Ravens go?
No idea. See, that's the thing. I don't know. After that, like where we would go. There's a bevy of receivers that people are kind of unconvinced about. Maybe one of them is going to pop. A couple of them are not. And there's, you could always take corner. Marlon Humphrey's not getting any younger, and Nate Wiggins really do it by himself. But I don't know. Is there a premier corner in this class? Because I don't really think there is.
They're predicting it over under 1.5 corners to go in the first round, and it's the one guy.
LSU, right? And that's Delane.
I think somebody texted either one of the draft guys or like one of the GMs or something like that, and they said over under 3 corners taken in the first round. He said, "I'll bet my fucking salary it's under 3." No, he said, "I'll bet my life savings it's under 3."
Okay.
I like the guy Sadiq, tight end. We lost Likely. He's got a Likely style body, real fast.
We lost Likely.
Pair up with Andrews. What's that?
We lost our third string too.
Yeah,
Kolar.
So I can see that being a move that we would make if we don't do tight end. We don't get a Stowers, who I think is projected to go in the second round out of Iowa. I think.
Wait, Iowa tight end? Give me him.
That means he can block.
If we don't get this guy Stowers, I see us. When the time comes and veteran cuts happen, picking up a tight end because we're pretty bare at that position.
Yeah, I think as far as the Ravens go, I like offensive line. I wouldn't hate D tackle if there's a good D tackle. I know we got great news on Nnamdi Madubuike we talked about on Tuesday. That it seems like he's going to be on his way back to the field this season, so that's going to help the D tackle room. We signed Trey Hendrickson in the offseason. We have Mike Green with another year under his belt. Is Ojabo still on the team? I mean, I don't know what other pass rushers are going to be mixing in. Is Van Noy still on the team? Is Van Noy a free agent?
No, Van Noy is a free agent.
Okay.
Let me bring this up. So this is Peter Schrager's final mock draft, and he's historically either the best or at least top 3. Like if you go back and rate like everyone's mock draft, how close they were. So let me just pull this up on the screen so we can all look at it.
Yeah.
And while you're pulling it up, shout out to Pig and Rooster. Go over to Pig and Rooster. Miss Kelsey's there. Mr. Chris is there. Thank you for bringing over the drinks, guys. Much appreciated.
Yeah, that burger that they had on Tuesday looked interesting. The Elvis burger. Did you see that?
Oh, dude, it was great.
Caramelized bananas. Never even heard of somebody.
It was awesome.
Banana.
Banana. All right. So Fernando Mendoza and David Bailey, top 2 there, like that. Jeremiah Love. I mean, does he do trades in this or no?
I don't think he does. I think he does like straight picks. I don't think he worries about the trades.
Okay.
I believe. I could be wrong.
No, actually, there is.
Also, no, you see the green. There's a blue. There's a blue.
There are trades. So he's going chalk until number 9, where it has the Cowboys moving up for that corner from LSU. I mean, certainly, potentially that there's potentially that'll happen. A lot of smoke on the Jeremiah Love to Arizona. Once again, I'll push back on that. They signed Tyler Algier in the offseason. They still have James Conner. They still have Trey Benson. I think they're probably okay with their running back room. They have so many holes on that team. I know he's really good, but I don't think running back is the answer for them. And if it is, I mean, what are you doing? You have so much glaring.
We say that all the time about the Cardinals. What are we doing?
I mean, they don't have Kyler Murray this year. I mean, I don't know who the hell their quarterback's going to be. But
speaking of, did you hear Justin Jefferson's remarks about that?
No. What?
I saw that he said something. I did not read it. No.
So he goes, they interviewed him and asked him like what he thought about the Vikings bringing in signing Kyler Murray this offseason, and his remark was, yeah, it's nice to get some talent in that room or something like that. I was like, oh shit, JJ McCarthy about to get let go, isn't he?
Man.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy was a project.
That was a bad pick.
I hope that was like
also, I mean, he tore
I hope that was not intentional. I hope he meant like it's good to get more talent in that room or something like that. Regardless, it's not a great look.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so we got Jeremiah Love at 3. Once again, he's gonna go in the top 7. If he makes it past 7, I would be shocked. The worst case scenario is he ends up on the Browns.
Where's George Sanders going?
To the Saints.
I tell you what, that made last year's draft so much more interesting. Just waiting to see what was going to go.
Yeah,
that was bullshit.
I think it would be shocking to see Jeremiah Love get past the Redskins at 7. I think if he gets to 7, the Redskins are 100% taking him no matter what. And I once again, worst case scenario is he goes to the Browns. If he goes to New York, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I think Harbaugh is going to instill the culture of running the football. They brought over Pancake Pat. And I think they're going to try to run the ball. We don't know how healthy Scatabo is going to be at the beginning of the year. And also they have 2 picks. So they can, maybe jump for one of these blue chip players. But, if they do that, then you go back to why didn't you sign Barkley in the first place? So anyway, Jeremiah Love almost certainly not going to drop past 7. Sonny Styles, same thing. Arvell Reese, same thing. They're going to be top 5 picks for sure, no matter what. It depends on who they're going to go to. And then the tackle situation is where it's going to get weird because there's a lot of teams that need offensive linemen. The offensive linemen in this class aren't necessarily
good.
They're not great, but still going to go because there's a lot of them. And, a lot of teams need offensive line.
Freeling is probably the best one out of Georgia.
Okay. Which you have him, or this draft has him going 21. So you like him the best. There's multiple guys going before him in this mock.
You have Manoa, and then you're going to have Fano or Fanu, however you say his last name. Those guys are going to go before him. I'm talking about tackles specifically.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys are projected to be guards or centers by the middle part of their career.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's just one of those drafts that's not. It's exciting because it's the NFL draft, but it's probably the worst one in terms of talent that we've had in 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah, and I hate to say this because I'm labeling one man for the draft, and that's not fair to him. But the Kenny Pickett draft.
Yeah. I'll go back and look at who else went in that draft. What was that? 2021?
2021, 2020.
What was the Kenny Pickett draft? Kenny Pickett hand size is the second thing that came up, by the way.
Of course. Of course.
2022 NFL draft results. Let's look at the class. I think this was maybe Trayvon Walker went number 1.
Yeah, see what I mean?
But Aiden Hutchinson went number 2, right? So,
yeah.
Bad pick, I would say.
That's a miss.
Jacksonville. I mean, yeah. See, like Aiden. So 2 through 4: Aiden Hutchinson, Derek Stingley, and Sauce Gardner. That's 2 of the best corners in the league and one of the best edge rushers in the league. After that, you have Kayvon Thibodeau, who's a good edge rusher. You have Drake London, but you also have a couple of tackles that are not very good.
Well, Kayvon Thibodeau might get traded tonight.
It seems very likely that Kayvon Thibodeau is not going to be a New York Giant next year.
I know, so I can't call him a good pick.
Well,
if the team doesn't want him,
it's not necessarily that they traded for Brian Burns. They drafted Abdul Carter because he fell in their lap last year. So they had 2 edge rushers, and now specifically because they traded Dexter Lawrence, they have nobody to stop the run. So if you want to trade Kayvon Thibodeau for some assets and then try to maybe rebuild your defensive line that way in terms of the middle of the defensive line. I don't hate that at all because you already have the 2 edge rushers that you need. If you trade Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau, it's a new look for the Giants, but that's what they're going for. I don't know. I think for the Giants, for me, I think this Harbaugh thing is either going to go really well or fucking horrible.
Really bad.
It's going to be like he's out of there in less than 2 years, or it's going to be like awesome. And I don't think there's any in between. I don't know why I think that. It's probably a kind of
because if they don't have success pretty quickly and they're trading away people like Dexter Lawrence, people are going to have real short tempers.
And also, people in New York are not. I mean. People in New York are going to be incredibly vocal about how bad their teams are performing and how fucking pissed they are about who they think it's going to be. And he could become a GOAT real quick and not the Tom Brady kind.
I know what you're saying. I'll say this.
Some kind of
I want Harbaugh to succeed. Him and the GM, he part of his contract was to have no say to the GM. He gets to supersede him and go to ownership directly. That's a good start. I'm just going to throw that out there. And then second, you're paying him $100 million.
Oh, whoa. Big news Sorry, I should not have interrupted you, but big news came out of the Philadelphia Phillies organization. Taiwan Walker just was released. Just released.
That's not big news. That guy has been horrible for.
He has 9.13 ERA in 5 games this year, but I mean he's on a 72 million 4-year deal.
The only reason he was still there is because he had so much money left on his contract. He would have been cut last year if he was less than 50 million on that contract. Because you're right. It is big news. But yeah, that guy is. I have a lot of Philly regulars, especially at the Green Turtle, and Taiwan Walker is public enemy number 1 for Philly.
But but going back to football, I'm with Brian here. I think Joe Shane has been updating his resume since Harbaugh got hired.
Yeah. He has. Joe Shane has final say in the war room. If I could be in one war room tonight, I want to be in that one.
If I were Joe Shane, I'd be doing the Costanza, just look pissed off all the time, so people think you're always busy, kind of thing. Like I think that guy is just. I mean, just hold on to the job as long as you can, buddy.
The Costanza where he gets fired, and he just shows back up to the board meeting.
Did that happen? When did that happen?
Dude, I mean, if I'm Joe Shane and like stuff doesn't go well during the season, I'd be like, this is not who I wanted to draft.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Sorry, the owner superseded me in this one. Yeah, so after the top 10, once again, I think 10 to 20 is going to be a kind of an unsexy kind of run of a lot of tackles and offensive linemen. I think really the back half of the draft is going to be a lot of that. But I think that the interesting thing about drafts generally that that don't have as much talent as is in terms of the blue chip talent, I think you see a lot more guys that are maybe mocked, like if Schrager or Jeremiah or Kuiper are saying like, we really think this guy's a second round talent, whatever. You see those guys jump into the first round every now and then in these kind of drafts, which is also fun because, you know, it throws another wrinkle into like, hey, we thought this guy was going to go at 40. He went at 20. So how does that affect the rest of the board and how it's sliding down? Because teams are kind of planning their picks around, you know, certain players being off the board, certain players being on the board. Another guy I'm really interested in this is this dude, Ruben Bain. Edge rusher out of Miami, which if you'd have said that name 2-3 months ago, you'd have said this guy's a lock to be a top 10 pick. And now, you know, I'm looking at ESPN's big board and he's number 16. I'm looking at Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft and he's not going until he's not going. I'm scrolling down. He's still not gone. He's not going until the 20s. So
I would take him if he's there for the Ravens. Take him. Yeah.
So okay,
you can move him inside. You can also move him inside.
So he's an edge D tackle kind of hybrid, like a Rashawn Gary type almost.
Correct. Yeah, I mean that's a great comparison. He for Miami because he also had I'm forgetting Malanuga. I can't remember the gentleman's name who played against him. His teammate's name who played with him.
Francis Mauoga.
Yeah. Well, that's the offensive tackle. That's the offensive tackle. Anyway, he was so good at being on the edge, but they already had another great edge guy. So they moved him inside. And he's got short arms, so he has leverage on guys. So this short arm, he's got 30.5-inch arms, which was being viewed as a negative. Now it's being viewed as a positive because when he moves inside, he can get underneath of you.
He's like a boxer that can get real close to you. And okay, picking up the 5th-year option on Zay. So we got Zay for 2 more years this season and the next.
Not surprising, but I mean,
not surprising at all.
It just came out like an hour ago.
Yeah,
2 hours ago.
Not surprising at all. And $28 million, is that a lot? Yeah, if you're paying them that over 5 years. But if you're paying him that over 1 year, and then you can, you know, see where you're at, I think that's fine. I like that. I mean, he's especially with Likely gone, he's going to be a top weapon. I mean, he was a top weapon the last 3-4 years. So
all right, well. Who's our number 3 receiver? Can we get DeAndre back in the building? That'd be awesome.
Who's our number 2 receiver, Brooks?
Great question.
Rashad Bateman?
I knew you were going there.
At the moment, yes, that's who it is.
There's a missing persons report out for him because I didn't see him for the last year. What the fuck happened to him?
I know, and that's where I think there's a guy. There's a guy out of Tennessee.
Put a polo out.
There's a guy. Nice. There's a guy out of Tennessee named Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazzelle. Brazil. However, yeah. He would be a sexy pick in the 2nd round for the Ravens. He's 6'4" out of Tennessee. Great body in regards to like body control when he goes up in the air. So I could definitely see that. I love the body. So strong calves. So I have no idea what his calves look like.
Strong like a bull.
Smart like tractor. So I would love to see him wearing a Ravens uniform.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also interested in what the Rams are going to do. I think that there's a world where the Rams are going to make a pretty incoherent trade up for a prospect here because, as their GM has said multiple times, fuck them picks. And Matthew Stafford's got, he's coming off an MVP season at age 37. He's got realistically maybe 1 or 2 more years in the tank of really good to elite football in him. And Puka Nacua is, an anti-Semitic vampire, which are 2 of my least favorite things. So he's had some weird stuff going on off the field this offseason. So, I think a lot of people thinking Rams are going to take receiver in the first round, which is crazy because once again, they have Puka and Devontae Adams, but with the
Devontae Adams taking separation.
But he doesn't need to. He was still incredibly productive last year, and Matthew Stafford's so accurate that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, if you're thinking of the Rams roster, do you think glaring needs? They have Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. Do you think, do they need a receiver? No. We have Zay Flowers and a bag of peanuts as our receiving core. We need receivers. They don't. Like, I just think that there's a chance that a lot of people have been talking about it. They get a super aggressive and kind of go all in again because they have that Atlanta pick at 13, which they probably shouldn't have a pick that high, but they do because Atlanta's stupid. And I don't know. I think they could be a wild card in this. I think the Cowboys too. I know I kind of dismiss them moving up, but also, a lot of people are saying they could move up. And Brian, you seem to think they could move up. It's certainly a possibility. I just don't. I don't necessarily think. Also, the Eagles, whatever's going to happen with AJ Brown, like, is AJ Brown gonna, have a dinner with Jalen Hurts at some point in the next 2 months and kiss and make up, and then the Eagles aren't going to trade him after June 1st anymore? I don't know. I'm not going to believe it until I see it. We just saw what happened with the Ravens and Max Crosby. So, yeah. I don't know. There's so much interesting stuff. I know the Lions are picking at 17, and I will bet you my fucking life that they're going to take an offensive tackle.
They're taking an offensive tackle, yeah.
No matter what.
Brooks, you're up. Brooks, you're up. But before you go, I just got a text from the guy who just dropped a shot off. He goes, any single time you talk about a man's body moving forward, we're doing shots and picking Rooster.
Nice.
Well, we could talk about this man's body.
What we got?
This just came out. More of this stuff.
6 years?
More of this stuff. Enhance.
And
then I love right below at the first comment. Each photograph doesn't show the group hang we were having. Everyone is out of proportion.
By the way, we didn't talk about this. Vrabel said he's going to miss day 3 of the draft because he's seeking guidance for his family stuff. Yeah,
AKA
just another one of
those paperwork.
Yeah, just another one of those things where it's
Are
things
6 years? This was Titans time. I mean, that's yeah. Sorry.
Man, Diana,
you are kidding.
Man.
6 years ago.
Man.
How moronic. I mean, how
every time they say something, like, more pictures come out that prove them wrong.
Rossini's going to be the Bachelorette in, like,
2026.
How do you think her husband feels right now? He's probably
her husband's got to be like,
not
all right.
Great. Not great. Yeah,
if I had to guess.
Hey, you find, like, normal people find this kind of stuff out in, like, the 30 people around this happens, and the whole fucking NFL knows. Every NFL fan knows. And you know how many NFL fans there are? Whole fucking lot.
A lot. And does Mike Vrabel only wear vests?
He seems like a pretty adamant vest guy.
I mean, I love vests, but this is ridiculous. He's wearing one at a New York City bar. I think he was wearing one in Scottsdale, Arizona. Last time I checked, it's hot there.
Well,
they were at a pool there. They were.
Sorry. If he was wearing a vest in a pool, that'd be really aggressive.
He had that sweater vest going though.
Oh
yeah. The Brian sweater vest. Yeah. All right. I mean, look, in terms of the Ravens, it's something we haven't talked about, a ton. We talked a little bit about it. If we're not taking offensive line, if we're not going, sexy, if we do stick and pick at 14, what other, glaring needs would you like? And I mean, it depends on how the board falls. It depends on so many things.
Sure.
It depends on, if we get a crazy offer from a team that could potentially be bad next year, saying, hey, like, what if the Titans were like, hey, we'll give you our 2027 first for 14?
You take it in a heartbeat.
I mean, you take it in a heartbeat. It could be a top 5 pick in a lottery with Arch Manning. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But if you're the Ravens, you want to win this year, so you're trying to improve the roster. So it's an interesting thought exercise, I guess.
So, I mean, last time we had the 14th pick with Kyle Hamilton, did everybody expect us to pick Kyle Hamilton there, or were they dying for them to?
We thought he'd be gone.
It was Kyle Hamilton, Jordan Davis, or one of those guys. And honestly,
I think everybody was pretty pissed off we didn't get Jordan Davis, right?
Well, he went number 9 overall.
There was a lot of people drafting.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
there was a lot of people mocking Linderbaum to us at 14. We ended up getting him later in that draft. I think at 22 or 23, something like that.
In the mid-20s.
Because that was the same draft. We traded Hollywood and got that extra first round pick.
Yeah,
nice. We got all Linder tits, but
I traded Hollywood Brown for Tyler Linderbaum.
Did you see something came out like
I'd make it 3 Hollywood Browns for Tyler.
Something came out like a month or so ago where like Hollywood said he wanted to come back to the Ravens. Like, I'm sure you would, buddy. Yeah. I'm sure you would want to come play for Lamar Jackson again, wouldn't you?
He's an Eagle now, right?
I think so.
I think he is. I think they traded Jahan Dotson and signed him and one of the 4 number 3 receivers that the Packers have had for the last couple of years. I can't remember his name. Wicks. Yeah, Wicks, that guy. He's an Eagle now too.
Lovely.
Guys I'm not super interested in. Malachi Lemon, this dude out of USC, the wide receiver. Undersized. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just he's one of a lot of people like him. He's kind of an undersized guy. We've seen these guys be good in the past, but usually I don't know. Not one of my favorites in the draft. This tight end, Kenya Sadiq, a lot of people like out of Oregon. A lot of people were mocking him to the Ravens. I think there's another Oregon tight end actually in this draft that's going to go in the first couple days.
Ed Oliver?
Good as well. Ed Oliver. Ed Dixon, you mean?
Yeah, Ed Dixon. Ed Dixon. Wasn't Ed Oliver also? No, Ed Oliver played at Houston. Yeah.
D tackle, I think.
Yeah, D tackle out of Houston.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of. Is this David Boston's kid, by the way? Denzel Boston?
I don't know.
There's a just scrolling through Twitter right now. There is a NFL and New York Giants insider, and I just pulled up his profile, and it's legit. That just announced an hour ago or tweeted an hour ago saying, I'm hearing the Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens will be traded tonight.
Yeah. Honestly, would not be shocked. Would not be shocked by that at all. And if the Cowboys do want to trade up in the draft, maybe they don't have to give up their pick after all. Maybe they can give up George Pickens.
He also put sources, Titans have made the call to the Raiders for the number 1 pick.
Oh, well. That didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of teams calling for the number 1 pick.
Which means they really like Cam Ward. They drafted number 1 overall.
Well, they got the mayonnaise man coming back from injury too.
Oh, the Mayo man. Yeah.
Will Levis.
Is he a parody account? I can't tell if this is a parody account or
not.
I mean, he also.
If it's a parody account, then it probably isn't, right?
You would think, but like his pinned tweet from 2024 was the Eagles are signing former Giants running back Saquon Barkley to a 3-year deal. So it's like that's
big.
Trying to see.
What are we doing?
Well, either way, look, I think the glaring needs for the Ravens are O-line, D tackle, even though Matt BK is coming back healthy, and wide receiver corner probably are the next two. But every team could use a better wide receiver. Every team could use a better everything. We do need a punter. Once again, not super worried about that. Think we'll be okay. Ravens take the running back out of Arkansas in third. Who knows? Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
They did a very good job for himself at the combine.
Yeah, I think that's enough draft stuff. Once again, we're just projecting. We don't really know what the fuck's going to go on.
Michael
Penix went number 8 a couple years ago and broke everyone's brain, and we're all still recovering.
I think there's going to be a brain-breaking moment today.
For sure.
Tonight.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean
George Pickens could be on the fucking Jaguars by the end of the day. Who knows? I mean, like,
what's his name? What am I blanking on? The ball. Jay Glazer said on a podcast yesterday that he knows of something that is going to happen tonight, but he literally cannot say anything until they are on the clock. He's not allowed.
He said that the team that is actually doing it. He went because he talked to Dan Patrick today. Dan Patrick reached out to him before Dan Patrick's show went live. Asked what's going on. He said it's been blown out of proportion, but something will occur today. It's not as big as everyone's making it out to be.
Is this like the COVID thing? Like when COVID was going on, he had like this huge story about somebody had COVID. It's a huge story, and then it's like a backup lineman for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "What?"
Because everyone's got to be first, right? So if you're first and you're wrong, you're still first.
Jay knew. Jay always knows.
He always knows. So I think it might be this Pickens deal that he's been talking about. But he also said a lot of teams are in holding patterns because they have strategies. If guys fall to X amount of places, then they make a move. If a guy gets taken, then they make a subsequent move.
It's an adage that we've said before, but the draft really does start at 3. I mean, the Jets could certainly take either Arvell Reese or David Bailey. I don't think it really changes the strategies of a lot of teams all that much because I think a lot of teams view both of those players as pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think really what the Cardinals do at 3 is going to dictate how the next 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 picks go.
That's where you can see trades happen almost instantaneously. And also, it's weird that they move down the number in terms of like your pick, your selection is 8 minutes. It used to be 15, then it went down to 10. Now it's down to 8 starting this year.
Good. I don't want to see if somebody. Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you.
So do I.
So trending in the right direction because there's no reason why it should take that long. But Ryan Mink, one of the guys that worked, one of the main like editorial guys that works for like the Ravens.
Yeah,
just put out that Field Yates just released his final mock draft, and he has, who Dustin was talking about, Reuben Bain Jr. dropping in the draft to the Ravens at 14.
I love this. I love that.
Look,
I love it.
We can get a blue chip,
and he has
potential blue chip edge rusher at 14.
And he has Yates, going to the Giants at 10 with John Harbaugh. I mean, sorry, Yates has the offensive lineman that is projected to go to us from Penn State. So
okay, all right.
Yes,
I was going to say.
Also, if we get a guy named Bain, now Terrell Suggs has a legitimate reason to wear a Bain mask when he comes out of the tunnel.
Ooh, yeah.
But
you thought darkness was your ally. Yeah.
I was born in the darkness.
Were you guys born for speed?
Yes.
She's going the
Are we going for speed?
We're going for speed.
Yeah, let's do a speed round. Something
but
I wanted to
get out the pig and rooster.
Something I wanted to mention.
Thursday special.
No Thursday special. They do music bingo on Thursday night, so it's just basically you run of the mill go. But they got music bingo at night. Miss Kelsey's there right now, and buddy Chris, and probably a couple other people that we know, maybe Cabbage. So thank you guys. Thank you for everything.
Hell yeah! I kind of want to hang out there. You should FaceTime me in.
No problem. I got you.
No. Something I did want to talk to you guys about. Before we do the speed grid, Kalen DeBoer got a massive extension by Alabama this offseason. I thought that Kalen DeBoer was going to get like tarred and feathered I thought he was getting tarred and feathered by Alabama fans at the beginning of last year. What's going on? Why the extension? It's so weird.
I'm caught off guard just like you are, Dusty, because I really thought he wasn't going to make it through this next season.
When I saw that extension, I was like, when they signed him initially, didn't they sign him to a huge contract? So number one, this is an extension on top of that huge contract. So they're locking this guy in for years.
This
right?
screams that somebody came to him and was like, "We're willing to give you more to like end that contract and come coach for us."
But who? I mean, in this time of year, I mean, and this that's rhetorical, Brooksy. Who? I mean,
I don't
all
know.
jobs are filled.
Yeah. It's so weird. I just remember I got the text yesterday and I was like, what? Like, what? I didn't understand it at all. I was confused by it. I just wanted to, I wanted to make sure you guys were on the same page as me.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was going crazy. I was like, what? I thought Alabama fans fucking hated this guy.
They don't like him.
Yeah.
He doesn't, it doesn't seem like he's a fit.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. Look, they came back. They ended up making the playoff last year and, what happened, but
doesn't mean he's not a good coach. It's just it doesn't seem like he fits in that Southeast Conference. He's more of like a West Coast guy where he was crushing it at Washington. So,
oh man, I cannot get on Twitter anymore because there are so many Vrabel and Rossini memes. It's just unbelievable.
Jeez.
Big Cat. Maybe it was just a couple of friends interlocking lips. Like when you and your boys get together, have a little smoochy smooch at the bar. It happens. 6 years later, you hang out at a sex hotel. It's normal. It kind of happens. All that stuff.
Sex hotel.
There's a video of like some sort of like robot, like mechanical trying to like knead some like pizza dough, and it looks like he's fucking it. And it's just like Mike Vrabel at some reporter's house tonight. Anyway, I don't know. It's really
get off.
some stupid shit on the internet you really just should not look at. But anyway, we're gonna go for speed as we always do in the Immaculate Grid. Today I will share the screen and hopefully we will have a good grid and we're going to be able to get, I think we got 59.9 was
yeah, it was just under a minute.
And yeah, we need to do it. So
a lot of it comes down to, this is not a shot because you guys are doing the typing. It comes down to the typing too. Yeah,
it's me. It's me.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm the problem. It's me. Okay, so when you guys, another thing I want to know is sometimes Brooks will say a name and he won't specify what square.
Yeah, I do that.
So say when you say a name, say middle left or top right or something like that. Give me some sort of direction.
Yeah, we need strategy. Team meeting.
Ready?
Team meeting done.
2, 3, and start. Okay. White Sox, Paul Konerko had to have done that, right? Okay. Oh my God, 6-4 season. Okay, 30.
Special fielder, Detroit, center.
Clement. Roberto Clemente.
No, he's not a home
bottom
run.
right.
Give me
bottom right.
Ralph
Kiner.
Okay, I'm going Ralph Kiner here. Bottom right, 6-4 season. Clemente has to. Okay. Pittsburgh, Cleveland,
Detroit.
Miguel Cabrera, right there. Miguel Cabrera.
6-4 season for
Konerko. Oh, you already used Konerko.
Jose Abreu had to have done. Yep. He won an MVP, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's on me. We're picking another grid. Sorry, guys.
Anyway.
Jose Abreu won.
I don't like Cleveland White Sox.
I don't like the Central. Which one do you want to do?
Yesterday's.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's do yesterday's.
You pick. Okay.
Let's do yesterday's. All right, play now and start. Yeah. Jim Edmonds immediately.
Yeah.
Jim Edmonds got to be.
And then roll into the right. Roll into the right.
Rolling. Just got rolling. Keep on rolling, baby.
Ozzie Smith.
For call. San Francisco and the Angels. Give me a second.
Brian Wilson.
Aaron Rowan.
Yes, Brian Wilson. Angels in San Francisco.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I don't think he played for the Angels, did he? We're gonna hold off on that. Edgar Renteria.
Yep.
Somebody think of Angels. Oh God. Somebody think of Angels.
Yeah.
Angels, San Francisco.
Give me Alexander. Alexander.
Where?
Blaze Alexander. Bottom right.
I don't.
Blaze Alexander has played both of those positions. Phillies played center field. Odubel Herrera played center field.
Yeah, there you go. Good call.
Played center field for the Angels. Mike Trout has done that.
Trout, yeah.
Did Houston Street play for the Giants? Did Sergio Romo play for the Angels? I think he did.
Yeah, Romo.
Fuck!
No!
Did Brian Wilson play for the Angels? There's no way. That was going to be a little over a minute, by the way. I'm Googling it, Brian Wilson. I don't remember him as anything but a
I think Brian Wilson's right. Shit.
Let's see. Brooks, I might have screwed you. Nope, he played for the Dodgers, not the Angels.
Damn it.
Okay. All right. Makes it feel a little bit better. All right, let's do one more. We're hot.
Man, we were rolling on that one.
We're hot.
We're hot.
Give me 11s. 11-11.
Yeah. Ooh,
11-11.
Make a wish.
Yeah.
All right.
Wish time. All
Play
right.
now and start. Nolan Ryan.
Yep.
Give me something, Immaculate Grid. Come on.
Seattle and Houston, Randy Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Johnson. He was a good player. Houston, San Francisco.
Randy Johnson again. You can do Randy Johnson twice?
We can't.
No.
Okay. All right.
Angels in San Diego. I hate it. Seattle,
Fielder.
San Diego. Who?
Cecil, right?
No.
Who was
We've lost this. We bungled this game. Gaylord Perry played here.
Gary Matthews Jr.
Seattle.
Oh, you guys ready for one? Brandon Drury played for these two teams. That's
get out of here.
That's going to be a good one. Angels, Teixeira played for those two teams.
Teixeira
played for like a weird amount of teams for like that middle part of his
PV for San Francisco and San Diego, I think.
Yeah, PV played for those two teams is correct. Okay, Seattle and San Diego. Gross.
That one's got me beat.
Oh, I know. Robbie Cano.
No, I wasn't going to guess that, but yeah.
And then you could do Robbie Cano again for that one, but you can't do multiple people.
Didn't Tino Martinez play for those two?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tino Martinez, without a doubt.
Tino Martinez, and then we can't get any scores on San Francisco, Houston.
San Fran, Houston. Why did Rod Beck immediately come to my mind?
I don't know enough about Rod Beck.
Houston Street.
Yeah, I think that works.
You just said that because of Houston.
No, I think that works,
right.
though. I think he did
play for Houston? He played for the A's. He played for the Angels. I don't remember him as a...
I think he played for the A's, too.
No, I know. I don't remember him as an Astro. I remember him as a... I was going to say a Niner.
A Niner.
Yeah.
I'm
100 Pence. 100 Pence? 100 Pence.
Yeah.
100 Pence. There you go.
100 Pence. 100 Pence played for those two teams. Yeah, he definitely did. I'll bet $1 million he did. All right, we did it. Score's 900.
900.
For whatever reason, it's just not loading. I don't know why. Our score was 9. I want to see what the actual thing is on here. Oh, it's not even going to. I refreshed the page.
It's all good.
Not even going to. No.
All right, boys. Enjoy the draft tonight.
Well, that was well over 2 minutes. We did it. We tried. Yeah. Enjoy the draft, everyone. Y'all have fun watching the draft, however you're going to do it.
And Brooks, you have fun down in Lexington, man. Have fun down in Lexington. That's gonna be a blast.
They're gonna make a big train.
Have
fun in Lexington, Brooks. I'll have fun in Kent Island. I'm gonna go enjoy the weather while we have it because it's supposed to be rainy the next couple days. And then, Brian, you have a good weekend as well. Brian, did you participate in that Baltimore Running Festival that's on your shirt?
No, I did not. This is I did in 08 and 09. 08 and 09. This is not from 08 and 09. I ran the marathon and the half marathon, 08 and 09 respectively.
Nice.
Believe it or not, I did. But I have the medals to prove it. But also this weekend is I'm going to a bull roast that's honoring the high school team that I coached. So I'll be there on Saturday.
Fucking love bull roasts.
Yeah. So mom and dad are coming, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, bull roast in Indiana, Brooks.
I've never heard of one, really, to be honest with you.
You should have a bull roast and see if people come.
People will come, Ray. People will most definitely come. Speaking of, I am going to Field of Dreams Bourbon here in the next couple hours. So people will come, Ray. Sneak peek into something
All right,
in the
boys.
future. I don't know.
Have fun.
All right, we love
See
you.
you, boys.
Cheers.
Love you guys.